with the talent on the defensive line, with the talent at skill players. I mean, Devin A-Chain was killing it for the Dolphins before he got hurt. I mean, you have
My God, he
talent
was, yeah.
that you brought in and out. It is inexcusable, even in the years you beat Bama. Can they that? He's done it. He's done it once, actually. The one time you did. They've never even sniffed going to Atlanta. And they've just had losses like this where you're just left scratching your head. And Lane Kiffin is making like at least probably I mean, maybe close to what Jimbo's making, but the point is, like, Lane has outclassed him easily these last few seasons.
I mean, I just look at
way less
quarterback. I
talent.
feel like you can illustrate this with two quarterbacks I have in mind with Jimbo. You have Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond, remember the Kellen Mond era at A&M?
Like one of the most good quarterbacks ever who started forever.
Yes. We never thought he was that good. He was a good college quarterback. We never thought he was actually like he had any NFL ceiling. Jimbo Fisher basically like conned the Minnesota Vikings into wasting a third-round pick on Kellen Mond. Kellen Mond didn't even last like 2 years in the NFL. Like, he was a complete bust. He was a third-round pick.
Which we all knew he was terrible.
Right. Then you look at Haynes King. What did you think about Haynes King after this year? Now look at what Haynes King's doing at Georgia Tech.
He's killing it. He's killing it at Georgia Tech.
The only difference between Kellen Mond and Haynes King is that Haynes King got out in time. He got out of the asylum.
Got out in time.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, I'm not saying Haynes King's going to be an NFL quarterback by any means, but like, I mean, I don't know. He
but
could
still
be.
having way more success than he did at A&M. No, like Jimbo, with the way that, look, I know he brought in. Look, I know he's supposedly not calling all the plays now, but I think he still has a pretty big hand in that offense, and that's why any quarterback that Jimbo touches turns into poop. So, I mean, ever since Florida State, if he touches a quarterback, you know, I think Jameis was his last good one. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like Jameis has been an NFL, buzzsaw. I mean, he backs up on the New Orleans Saints right now, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
It's rough out there, man. So, Jimbo Fisher, I think the A&M boosters are 70, 80 million, whatever the crazy number is to buy out your contract. They're calling up the oil tycoons right now, and they're saying, hey man, can I get that advance? We got to get this man out of here.
Gonzo, I thought you gave a great hypothetical off air. If A&M gets rid of Jimbo Fisher and they're looking at coaches right now, who'd you say you think they should hire?
Oh, that was Zan. Zan was saying
that was Zan?
get,
oh, my bad.
Mike Elko, which I think is a brilliant.
Yeah, Mike Elko, bringing Mike Elko back home. The former DC, man.
You had the Saturday Scholars endorsement on that move right there. I think that would be a brilliant move if they can pull
like
that.
Legitimately, Mike Elko, what he's done with Duke, imagine if you give him all the 4 or 5 stars like for that A&M gets. Forget about it.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, at A&M, you can't. They want to act like a blue blood, but the reality is that Texas A&M football is not a blue blood football program, unfortunately. So
they're right there with Miami.
What?
They're right there with Miami. Always have these high expectations, have all this money, bring all these good players in, consistently don't perform.
You are what you are with A&M. I mean,
well, I'll tell you what, man. A&M fans don't have to worry about the Texas 8 and mid or 8 and 4 jokes anymore, because they still have to go to Baton Rouge, so they're going to be Texas 7 and 5, not 8 and mid, not 8 and 4. So